Asia was, it's such a big place. It's a rather big place, and how do you cover so many topics? And I know that that's true, and it is kind of naive in terms of. I know. And that's a video. So I know it's naive, but I just feel these conferences are really, these events are designed for me. I've been to too many bad events, and so I create events that I want to watch and I want to come to, and I just wanted to kind of explore and understand and try to get a glimpse of what's happening in Asia. And so I was very excited to try to put this panel on, where we have a number of people who study trends, react to trends across Asia. So now works Pan-Asia, but obviously a lot of experience in India. Michael works in Japan, and you work across Asia as well. So I thought I wonder whether just to kind of start, you can introduce yourselves and just talk a little bit about the work that you do.
Hi everyone, my name is Achara, my nickname is Ju. I'm Thai, that's why I have a nickname that completely doesn't relate to my real name. You can call me either Achara or Ju. I work with Mindshare's regional team, as my position title is The Scout. That's because I handle a project called the Asia Scout Network, which is a network of individuals, people like to call them trend scouts, they can be called urban reporters. We have these people positioned in key cities across Asia Pacific who report on what's happening in relation to youth lifestyle in their cities to me, to Mindshare. And what I do is I compile these reports, which are submitted through a blog called on www.asiascoutnetwork.com, compile these information to reports like these based on different topics. They're not for sale. The whole project is open source on the blog, and you can download these PDFs, and you can even get this report later on if you like. So, yeah, that's what I do.
Super, thank you very much. And Michael?
My name is Michael Kiefrel. I don't have a nickname, unfortunately, but I'm managing director of Sea Scout Japan.
Are you sure?
Well, she wouldn't be happy if I told you what it was. But managing director of Sea Scout Japan, and we're the Japan office, or Tokyo office really, of the Sea Scout network, which is also in Munich and in Beijing and New York, based in New York. And I've been in Japan for about 5 years now, and what we do is we report on what's going on in Japan, but not only youth, of course, but across industry for the most part. And lots of our clients, whether it's like an automotive company, for example, they're not so interested in cars, but they're interested in what's going on with teenagers and how are they using their mobile phones, for example, or how are people shopping these days? How can you interact at the shopping as an experience, things like this. So it's mostly cross-industry, and we have a blog, which is seascoutjapan.com, and every day we blog something on there, and it's quite popular. We have a lot of page views per month, and it's kind of our central hub for showing the world what Japan has to offer. That's what we do every day.
Thank
you. Yep, I'm Sonal Dabral, and my nickname is Slow. And it was given to me by my first creative director in Lintas way back in 1985, because I was taking too much time doing a layout. But I've kind of improved, I think, now over the years. And if you find me bumbling with answers at times, you can blame that to my slow thinking. But I'll try to be fast today. What do I do? I'm kind of confused. What do I do? I started my advertising career in Lintas in New Delhi in India, way back in 85 as I said. And then I went over to Ogilvy Bombay, stayed there for 10 years, continued with Ogilvy Malaysia, went there as executive creative director, stayed there for 5 years, then came to Ogilvy Singapore, was there for again 4.5 years, and then I'm with Bates now, Bates 141. And I'm the regional creative director looking after the whole of Asia. And I'm also the chairman, and there's a confusing part. I'm also the chairman for Bates 141 India, looking after 5 offices there. Supposedly looking at the business side of it also, but I pride myself as being a creative guy, so don't look at that much. So that's what I do. And I guess I'm the only person here who reacts to trends. So
Yeah.
let's have a duel today.
I think that's going to be interesting. You have people who go and gather and obviously provide advice and trends, and then somebody who then takes that advice and then develops it.
Sure.
And I think, as a trends professional myself, I'm always asked, how do you find out this stuff? And hopefully we can provide some insights and some advice. And then often one of the biggest challenges within the trends business is, what the hell do I do with it? I can't create change. I can't do anything with it. I mean, maybe I just ask the trends consultants a little bit, and I just talk about some of your methodology. You both use networks of people and so forth to find out what's going on. Maybe G, talk about your Asian Youth Network.
Right. Well, conceptually, the Asia Scout Network is, I like to think of it as a listening mechanism for the entire Mindshare Asia Pacific. I think these days, I think traditional research isn't enough to catch up with what's going on in youth lifestyle anymore. You need some sort of mechanism to stimulate you, to keep you up to date with things that you didn't realize, that you don't know. And that's where I think the positioning of Asia Scout Network is a listening mechanism to monitor youth lifestyle, simply because these people are probably at the forefront of changes in society.
What's up with people?
The scouts that we pick, I look for three criteria. They are creators, or they are followers. They're really connected to the creators of, creators meaning you can be artists, you can be, for example, a Shanghai Scout is a belly dancer. We've also got Jeanette Titique as our Singaporean Scout. She has her own fashion label. She's a vocalist in an indie band. And we've got Sterling in Jakarta who writes articles for Time Out and Lonely Planet. And his girlfriend has a fashion label in Bali who designs clothes to export to the US. So we've got all these people reporting to us on what's going on.
Sure. So they're creators, and what other couple?
And they're creators. Sorry, they're creators, and I also look for people who have this sort of researcher sort of mindset. In essence, they have to be open to hearing things that they don't particularly like. So, for example, if someone's really into indie music, they also have to be open to the fact that there are other subcultures, like hip hop or folk music, that's also present in that society. They have to realize that there's diversity. It's not just them. That is the next big thing. Mm-hmm. And the third one is the fact that they have to have reporting skills. They have to understand how to communicate or articulate what they see. And they do this because we ask them to report through a blog. They give us links through YouTube videos. They put up images, photos that they take, whether it's sourced from Flickr, and they write pretty well in general.
I mean, do you really need a Scout network? Can't you just read it all on PSFK.com?
I like that.
Only when you link to our blog. Only when you link to our blog. Thanks for that.
But, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of information out there.